Then he made a particular reference to certain tribes, and said, O Quraysh, rescue yourselves from the fire, O people of Bani Ka'b, rescue yourselves from fire, O Fatima, daughter of Muhammad, PBUH, rescue yourself from the fire, for I have no power to protect you from Allah in anything except that I would sustain relationship with you. Muslim 114, Bukhari 1385,2702. It was verily a loud suggestive call stating, unequivocally to the closest people that belief in his message constituted the cornerstone of any future relation between him and them, and that the blood relation on which the whole Arabian life was based had ceased to exist in the light of that divine ultimatum. Shouting the truth and the polytheists' reaction. The Prophet's voice kept reverberating in Makkah until the following verse was revealed. Therefore proclaim openly Allah's message, Islamic monotheism, that which you are commanded, and turn away from al-mushrik, polytheists. Al-Quran 1594. He then commenced discrediting the superstitious practices of idolatry, revealing its worthless reality and utter impotence, and giving concrete proofs that idolatry per se, or taking it as the media through which an idolater could come in contact with Allah, is manifest falsehood. The Makkans, on their part, burst into outrage and disapproval. Muhammad's PBUH words created a thunderbolt that turned the Makkan, time-honored ideological life upside down. They could ill afford to hear someone attaching to polytheists and idolaters the description of straying people. They started to rally their resources to settle down the affair, quell the onward marching revolution, and deal a preemptive strike to its votaries before it devours and crushes down their consecrated traditions and long-standing heritage. The Makkans had the deep conviction that denying godship to anyone save Allah and that belief in the divine message and the hereafter are interpreted in terms of complete compliance and absolute commitment, and this in turn leaves no area at all for them to claim authority over themselves and over their wealth, let alone their subordinates. In short, their arrogated religiously based supremacy and high-handedness would no longer be in effect. Their pleasures would be subordinated to the pleasures of Allah and His Messenger, and lastly they would have to abstain from incurring injustices on those whom they falsely deem to be weak, and perpetrating dreadful sins in their everyday life. They had already been fully aware of these meanings. That is why their souls would not condescend to accept this disgraceful position, not out of motives based on dignity and honor, but rather because, nay, man denies resurrection and reckoning. So, he desires to continue committing sins. Al-Quran 75-5. Then